Hello, welcome to tonight's live intuitive guidance. You're just joining, say hello. Where are you coming in from? What's happening? And be sure to put your question in the Q box. I don't know what to call it. I call it Q&A box, but I don't think that's what it's actually called. So the one with the question. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I enjoy making them. Yeah, hello. Where's everyone coming in from? California? I'm in California too. Awesome. Looking for guidance. What you want guidance on, Angel? Pop it in the question box. And I will take them in the order that I receive them. For those of you who are new here, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm Laurie Marie. I'm an intuitive life coach and healer. I am essentially intuitive means I'm psychic. I'm a medium. I'm also an empath and I channel. So that's what I'm here for tonight. Now with mediumship, I just want you to know, it all depends who wants to come through. So I trust that whatever messages are shared today are meant to be heard. And if you pop the question in the Q box, I will take them in the order I receive them. Sometimes I will look, if there's a lot of questions that kind of have similar topics, if you will, then I will definitely, hello, welcome everyone. So many people. Then I'll definitely kind of batch the answer, because what applies to one sometimes applies to many. So, okay, let's see here. No questions in the Q box yet. I did see one, I think, come through. Let's see. Angel wanted some guidance on love. So I'm going to start there, but please put your question in the Q box, because once people start filling in, it'll be really difficult for me to kind of, I have a really difficult time like channeling and watching like what's all being said in the thing. Hello, Mexico. Amazing. So, yeah, so we'll get started. So, Miss Angel, about love. What you want to know about love? Love was a big topic last night. Here's what I'll share on love, what's coming through for you, and just kind of a general message when it comes to love, period. Love is a choice, first of all. It is also important to pour into you what you want for yourself. So the kind of love you're desiring, it's important for you to give that to yourself, because when you do that, you become a vibrational match for the love that you want to receive. So if you're putting that out into the world saying, this is the kind of love I want, I'm going to give it to myself first, and then it's going to be reflected back to me in a partner who shows up that is a match. So if you want to call in that love, give more love to yourself. Have gratitude for yourself. Look at the kind of experiences you've had in love, right? What worked, what didn't work, what would you like more of? Like, get really clear on your desires. A lot of times we don't get clear, and then we just kind of like, oh, well, that person showed up, so I'll take that, right? Like, no, you want to put your order in with the universe. And it may not look exactly the way you pictured, it may not be like, oh, 6'10", that's really tall, blue eyes and whatever, but like, what are the qualities? What are the values? What are the how do you want to be treated? Like, and give yourself those things. And then you become so magnetic, shiny, and bright that they will be drawn to you. And then you have to decide which one you want to go with. It's all about choice, and it's all about putting that into you and reflecting that out into the world. Because when you are shiny and bright and beautiful, you will get the same. So invest in yourself, invest in you, and love will come. Love will find you. You don't even have to do anything. Just show up for yourself, and the rest will happen. Okay, let's see. Oh, Spiritually intuitive sis. Oh, here's the other thing. Be sure to be here if your question's coming up, because if I need to kind of explore something further with you, I want to know that you're here. Plus, I want to be fair to everyone as much as possible. I'm one gal trying to do this. I have an amazing moderator, but it really helps if you're here. So yeah, just give me a little shout out. Say I'm here, present. Reminds me of school, So, okay. Anything you need to hear so you can grow. Be willing to look at the dark side. Be willing to look at the shadow. So, shadow work is really important when it comes to your spiritual journey. It's an important piece. It's a piece that you don't necessarily always want to look at or go through, but it's so important. So, don't be afraid. One of the things I see a lot in the spiritual community is this love and light, and that's all we are. But the fact is, if we don't look at the shadow side of ourselves and the way that we show up in the world, we're not able to heal the parts of ourselves that we're not maybe loving as much. And so it's really important to be willing to look at those parts and know that they're just parts of you. It doesn't mean it's all of you. And we all have the ability to heal those things. And so it's important to look at, how these patterns, how conditioning has kind of played a role in your life. How have these things affected you? And so you can kind of start looking at those things with love and compassion, and then allow yourself the gift of healing those things, so you can shed light on them. Part of the reason our shadows come up, part of the reason we've experienced a collective, that's kind of what we're going through collectively this last year or two. We're going through kind of collective shadow work as a world, right? And we're seeing all the things that haven't been working. And so we have to look at those things. We have to shine light on them so we can actually heal them for good, which is why all this is coming up. So it's happening on an individual basis, and it's happening on a collective basis. So do your work. And know that sometimes we go through dark nights of the soul, which is basically an experience of, I went through one, it lasted on and off, it lasted about 2 years. Not saying it always lasts that long, but it was kind of, I had to really look at everything and look at where I was really codependent, where I was really, not, where I was self-sabotaging, where I was not being very kind to myself, where I was still not fully loving parts of myself. It's deep inner work, and I'm not saying it's easy, but when you do it, you become free. And that's the best part, is then you realize that everything in your life is based on opportunities. It's based on lessons to grow. It's all for your expansion as a soul. And then you become free. And so it really comes down to how you end up perceiving things and how you want to look at things in the world and why things happen. And then you get to actually be free from all of the stories, all of the patterns, all of the things that have kept you kind of spinning for so long. And so it's really a journey of becoming free. And who doesn't want that? So, okay, I hope that was helpful. All right, let's see here. Okay. Do I speak to the other side? Yes, I do. You're so welcome. Yeah, I do. And I did last night. I had a gentleman come through. But here's the thing. I don't get to decide who comes through. I don't get to be like, oh, well, this person's now asking a question. That means their person wants to, is going to be here for sure. It's not how it really works. Not for me anyway. When and if I feel somebody or something present, I will definitely let you know. So know that if you're asking about connecting to a loved one, it's not that I don't want to. It's not that, it doesn't mean they're not here with us, but it does mean that maybe it's not quite time yet. So there's all kinds of reasons as to why spirit decides to come through. One of which I believe that when someone first crosses over, I feel like they want to give you the time to process and to heal and to understand and it really come to a place of acceptance of what happened, right? And then I think the other piece is that, spirits got to trust me too. They got to decide that I'm the person they want to come through. And so know that, they, whatever reason, they may not feel comfortable coming through me. I'm really just the messenger. That's it. So I hope that helped. If you have questions, please put them in the Q box and I'll try and get to as many as I can. Okay. Is it normal to not be afraid or recognize demons? I don't know anything about demons, to be honest, because I just don't subscribe to that. Anytime I'm doing any kind of energy work, I ask to speak to, spirits of the most highest truth, love, and compassion. So I can't really speak on demons, so to speak. But what I will say is, I do think one of the things we need to normalize is the fact that, we all have gifts. We all are souls having a human experience. And, it's interesting. I notice when people are watching my videos, I see a lot of comments like, oh, I'm shook, or how did I do that? Or I can't believe I did that. And it's just so fascinating to me to see how many people are surprised that they can connect to their soul and to spirit. And it's of course you can, your energy. And of course, spirit is working with you. You've got a whole team. They've got your back. But we, over time, have been taught to not trust ourselves, not believe in ourselves, not, for various reasons. But, depending upon your upbringing and maybe if you were brought up really religious, there's all kinds of fear-based thinking around connecting to souls or connecting to spirits. And I just don't subscribe to that. I think, for me personally, I feel like God, source, universe, whatever you want to call it, I'm not attached to. It's whatever resonates with you. But I feel like it's all love at the end of the day. And so I just don't subscribe to anything outside of that. But I'm also not I don't buy into fear either. So there's that. I hope that was helpful. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Okay. Let's see. Is that Chelsea? Are you still here, Chelsea? Just give me a little shout out. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining. You just binged my video. Sounds great. Yeah, you're welcome. I think we need to normalize, trusting our intuition more. That I do believe. Because it's our guidance system. It's our inner GPS. Oh yeah, you're here. Okay, great. Is that right, Chelsea? I think a very clever way of spelling it. I'm going to go with that. Hopefully that's correct. Okay, any guidance for you? Is there anything in particular you want to know about? Or just general guidance? I'm tuning in. I feel like, okay, I'll just say this. I feel like there are days that are filled with a lot of self-doubt and a lot of uncertainty of where you want to go, where you want to be, what you want to do, sort of thing. And I feel like, I don't know, for whatever reason this is coming through. I feel like you're meant to do some work with animals. I don't know if that resonates at all, but I'm seeing you working with animals and know that is absolutely okay. You don't have to do what everybody else expects you to do. If that's what excites you, that's what lights you up, that's what sets your soul on fire, that's what you're meant to be doing. And so know that you don't have to subscribe to, believe in, fit into anybody else's mold. I feel like you're really just really like, I feel like there's just a passion for animals, like a care, a love for animals, and like that it's where kind of like where your heart is. And so, let go of the self-doubt, focus on what you desire when it comes to that, and just keep taking steps towards it. Like, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to, I see you like eventually having a like a sanctuary, so to speak. Oh, thank you. And so know that you don't have to have it, you don't have to figure it out or like what it's got to look like as of right now. Just start taking the steps. Partner with people, work with people who, who are kind of in alignment, doing the same thing you're doing. And like things will unfold. Are you feeling like that resonates? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just see you like surrounded by dogs and animals, and I just feel like yeah, you're like a I see it as like you're like a healer of lost souls, but for animals, if that makes sense. That's what's coming through anyway. So I hope you find that helpful. So don't doubt yourself. Do it for the animals. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your question. Okay. Let's go back down here. I'm totally gonna butcher your name. Oh, thank you for helping my moderator out. Yeah, if you have questions, please put it in the Q box. It helps me to kind of keep track of it all, because it's a lot. It's a lot, you guys. But I love it. It's so good. Thank you for being here. Okay, Susie. I don't know how to say it. I'm just gonna go with Susie. I hope that works. Okay, Astera. Wow, these names. I have a really difficult time pronouncing names sometimes. Okay. Oh, thank you for the gifts. You're so sweet. Let me see if there's anything coming through about Astera. Again, when it comes to spirit, it's not necessarily like I can just call them up, I feel like this is like a dear friend to you, though. Like, I feel like I can pick up on the energy quality of the relationship either way. Yeah, I feel like this was a dear friend. I feel like there was like a sudden passing, or like at least not very like unexpected is kind of the word that's popping in. And is Astera, I'm trying to see, like, I'm seeing someone with, I don't know if this is Astera, but I'm seeing someone with like kind of a like wavy, like black hair, not really long hair though, like black wavy, kind of like I'm seeing like big brown eyes, like gorgeous lashes. Like I don't know, is that fitting anybody's description? Let me know, Susie. I think that's how to say your name. If let me know if that resonates with anybody, because sometimes I can pick up on someone, but it may not be for the person that's asking the question. Yeah, I'm feeling like this person has like wavy black hair. Not really long though, but like amazing eyelashes, or like they're just really long and dark eyelashes, and like big brown eyes. And I'm feeling like she's not super tall. I feel like it is a female. I feel like she's not super tall. Maybe like, I don't know, like 5'6", 5'7". A little bit like darker complected skin. I want to say she's like maybe Latina, or that's kind of how I'm seeing her. Does that fit anybody's description? It could be you. Let me kind of see if I can tune into about how old she is. Well, the way I'm seeing her, I don't know. Sometimes Spirit will show you like younger versions of themselves because, you know, they think they look real cute at that time. So I'm not sure if this is like a version of her when she's like younger, but the age range I'm getting is around like late 20s, early 30s is kind of how I'm seeing her. Does that fit anybody's kind of... Clara. Let me see if I can get a name. Sometimes I can get names not as... Clara, how old is it Clara? I think it was Clara. How old was your friend? I heard the word Clara, but I don't know if it's because I just read your name or if it's because it's what I'm picking up. Had beautiful eyes and she was dark, wavy, short hair. Okay, this could be your grandmother. I feel like she liked to dance, whoever this is. Like, she liked to dance. Girl had a booty. Like 5'6". Yeah, I feel like 5'6". About my height. She was short. I feel like she was real spunky and like lighthearted and kind of, but like do not cross her. Like you will get the finger and the hand and like maybe even a smack. Like very loving, very like joyful, playful, but yeah, definitely like do not cross her. Yep. Okay, I think this is for you, that pretty girl. I think this is for you. Yeah, she like I just see her as really sweet and like bubbly and like kind of lighthearted, but like do not cross her because she will smack you. I see her like chasing like with a shoe. Did she do that? Sorry, I'm waiting to see. Oh, honey. Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, I feel like this one is for you. That pretty girl. Let me see. Let me know. Did she chase your dad around with a shoe? Yeah, I just see her like running with a shoe, like trying to catch up, trying to keep up, but like she can't quite get whoever she's chasing. Okay, well, I'm gonna say that, yeah, okay. Thank you for the confirmation. That helps me to know too that this is for you. So let me see what she's got for you. Let me see what she wants to share. So here's the thing, like with mediumship, at least for me, I'm what's called like an evidential medium. So I'll get information or they'll show me things. Spirit will show me things that that will help you know that this is them, so you know it's real. And so like in this case, oh, you are so welcome. So now that we know that, okay, this is for you, let me see what she wants you to know. Okay, first of all, she wants you to know, like, you're never alone. Like, she's always with you. And she also wants you to know to not worry about school. Like, I don't know what it is about school, but there's something about school where, thank you for the gift. She wants you to know something about school, or like, I don't know if you're thinking about going to school or if you're worried about school, but like, she's saying like to trust and to know that like, you'll get through it. Like, you'll find your way. And so like, if you're thinking about it or if you're in it, like, keep going is kind of what she's saying, is like, and that, oh, I'm getting goosebumps. She wants you to know, like, she's so proud of you. I don't know if you're like the first going to school, back to school. Okay. Yeah. She wants you to know, I'm sorry. I'm feeling her like emotions for you. Like, she wants you to know she's like, she is so proud of you. I don't know if you're like the only person like in your family that's done this, but like, she just has like such like overwhelming appreciation and like pride for you. Like, she's, yeah, you are okay. Sorry guys, this happens too. Welcome to my lives. Yeah, she just has so much like just pure admiration and love for you, and she's so proud of you, like so proud. Yeah, she just wants you to keep going. She wants you to like let me hear, hold on, she's trying to tell me something in Spanish, but I don't know Spanish very well. Like, whatever the Spanish term is for like, keep going, my love, like, that's what she's trying to share with me. She's trying to say, like, keep going, my love, like, you're doing so good. She also wants you to heal whatever's going on between you and your father. I don't know if there was like an argument or like a little tiff between you two, but like, she's wanting you to forgive and to like let go of that. Like, she doesn't want that getting in the way of you two. Yeah. You are so welcome. Oh. Sometimes it's so interesting, like, it's not my tears, but I felt this overwhelming, like, it was like her, yeah, I don't even know. Okay, just give me a second. I need to grab some water. Okay. I'm going to also turn on the light here. Okay. What's going on? I was just sharing a message. Thank you. I was just sharing a message that was coming through. And that's how it works, you guys. Susie, I would have loved to, have shared something with you, but it's not really how this works. Like, I don't get to decide who's coming through. I just get to be the messenger for whoever's present. So know that if you're hoping to talk with someone, like, know that it's not that I don't want to, but sometimes I don't get to choose. Actually, most of the time I don't get to choose who comes through. So, okay, let's, I'm going to move on with the questions here. Whew. Okay. Oh, and my thing is falling down. Oh my gosh, there's so many, you guys. Okay. Hang on there. Okay. This thing's staying upright. 80 of you. Oh my goodness. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. I can't get my thing to stand upright. Can you still hear me if it's like this? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me try and prop this up here. I have quite the makeshift situation here. You can hear me? Okay. Okay. How can I learn to decipher feelings and or visions? So, one of the things you can do, thank you so much. You guys, thank you. That's so sweet. One of the things you can do, is to start what's called like a psychic journal. So you can get yourself a journal. I like picking a pretty one because I got a journal thing. Oh, actually, how funny. So this was one of my first ones. This is called a ramble journal. I got it from a woman in Montana. She makes them out of all natural found objects. And it's really cool because she like puts them together with different like magazines and like clear pages and things like that. So what I did was I started noticing what I was seeing, and then I kept kind of a little log of what I thought it meant. And over time I got to understand what it meant more. When it comes to, and I do that with, trying to find a page here. So I would do a lot of journaling. I would also, this is a great way to develop your intuition. I would do a lot of journaling, and I would see like different visions in my mind. And so I'd sketch those out too. You don't have to be a great artist or anything. But I just kind of used it as a way to kind of document what I was experiencing, what I was seeing, what I was feeling, stuff like this. And I just started documenting it, and kind of over time, I started to see patterns and started to understand more what things meant. And so, yeah, I would recommend just starting a psychic journal where you kind of write down all of the things you see in your, in your third eye, or in your dreams, or even in your, okay, this one's really, this is like a Picasso here, but, like even animals, number synchronicities that come up, things like that, I would kind of make note of. And then I did a lot of writing to spirit too, and just my experiences along my journey and kind of what I saw. I'd also pick up random things like feathers and put those in there. But really it's kind of this one particularly is kind of a first, this is like when I first learned I was, that I had these gifts. I think they were always there, I just didn't really know what to do with them. Things like this too. I'd just find these random things and put them in here. And when I'd write to spirit, I'd put those in there. So that's a great way to start. Just kind of tuning in more and understanding more of what it is you're seeing. Even if you don't fully understand, you'll see patterns over time and start to figure it out. And then the other thing is, when it comes to dreams, I would kind of check out like dreamwoods.com. That can be a great way to kind of decipher by main subject categories, if you will, kind of what's happening in your subconscious mind. That can be a great way too. But I hope that kind of answered that. How do I learn to decipher between feelings and or visions? I mean, okay, so if I didn't answer that the way that, I kind of was interpreting it. So feelings, obviously you can feel things with your body, which requires you to really be in your body. So noticing any difference in sensations. Like when I'm doing mediumship, a lot of times I can feel different temperature changes. A lot of times I'll get like chills up my back. There was one live I did last week where I got so hot, and then it turned out this girl had been, she had unfortunately fallen asleep at the wheel and her car started on fire. So like I was literally like sweating all of a sudden. And so, obviously feeling different sensations in your body and around your body is a way to kind of start to pay attention to when spirit may be present. Visions. It depends what you're talking about visions. If you're talking about dreamland or you're talking about like seeing in your third eye. Like I used to have to close my eyes to be able to see easier. Now you'll notice sometimes I'll look off to the right or to the left and I can actually see like, not like, clear like this, but I can see with my third eye like what, like the person that was standing in front of me. So I kept seeing her over here. And so I could make out like what she looked like, right? So I hope that answers that. Yeah, like a picture in your head. Yeah. So sometimes it can look like symbols. Sometimes it can look like film or video. Sometimes the videos are really fast. So I ask Spirit to slow it down because I'm like, I don't know what that was. But yeah. And over time, the more you practice, the easier that can get. So, sorry, I just saw something about Moldavite and I'm just like, I'll see if I can get to that, but I want to try and stay in the order of all the questions. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's like 80 questions. Let me see here. Okay. Do you think the one who came back is the dad? Do you think the one who came back is the dad? I'm sorry, can you explain further? I'm not really sure what you mean. If you're still here, let me know what you mean, and then I'll come back to that. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Let me see here. Holy moly. This is like amazing. Okay, Bree. Thanks for popping your name in. Oh, good. Maris, is that how you say your name? Let me know what you meant by that. Or could you rephrase the question so I'm just not understanding the question. So real quick while she's answering that, Bree, how do you make spirit connection stronger? So practice. Lots and lots of practice. Practicing meditation, practicing in development groups, practicing videos like the ones I'm putting out and other people put out. Lots and lots of practice. And so it's really, like, people ask me all the time, like, oh, like, what books did you read or whatever, and it's like, I didn't. There are books you can read, but what I did was a lot of tons and tons of practice. Practicing with people I didn't know, practicing with people I did know, practicing by myself, practicing in development groups. Like, I went through a lot of training just to basically get out of my own way, because the ego wants to come in and the mind wants to come in and tell us like why the answer's wrong, or that can't be that simple, or So it's really a practice of learning how to trust yourself and to trust spirit. So, hope that helped. Oh, an ex who came back into my life believes he is my daughter's actual father. Oh, I see. Well, I think there's one real quick way to clear that up. Have a paternity test. As far as like what I'm getting intuitively, what was your original question again? It was, I think you said, where did it go? Oh, I don't know where it went. Something about the dad. I mean, truth be told, he can believe all he wants to, but I feel like you would know probably best in this situation. And I feel like it's not the case, but again, like to clear everybody, for everybody to kind of know exactly where things are, get tested. So that's just kind of what's coming through. I hope that helps. But know that, like, I feel like this guy... Oh, do you think the one who came back is the dad? Gotcha. Okay. I get a sense that this guy is just one to be a little cautious around. I feel like he can be a bit manipulative. So, yeah, you're welcome. So just be mindful of that. Okay. Lovelace. Are you still here, Lovelace? Anything for me? I have been trying for a while. Like to reach someone or to just get some guidance. Let me know if you're still here. Yes, please. Guidance, or yes, please, if someone's here for you. My guides. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we all have guides. And a lot of times they can be ancestors, they can be animals, they can be archangels, they can be ascending masters. Like, you have a whole team. Some are with you your whole life, and some are with you part-time. And some come in during very specific times in your life. And so I think what you were asking, though, is like if they have any guidance for you. Oh, you're the one with the Moldavite. Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of times in the spiritual community, there's no perfection in any community. But I feel like there's a lot of trends, right? And things that are like, yeah, like blow your mind wide open, like blow your third eye wide open and, see everything and whatever. Like there's this like desire or fascination to like, be wide awake and open your eye, your third eye. And here's the thing, like, I feel like anytime you're doing any kind of energy work, it's important to know what you're doing, first of all, and to take the proper precautions, if you will. So when it comes to Moldavite, I really feel like it's this trend right now that everybody's talking about, and it's like really cool and it can do all these amazing things. But here's the thing, like, if you're not at all understanding how to if you have no understanding of like your own energy, how energy works, how spirit works, how about any of this stuff, if you don't know how to ground yourself, how to protect your energy, how to clear your energy, if you don't know the basics, I feel like don't be messing with something that's, really powerful. And I feel like, yes, the headaches are coming from, yes, I've been doing all the work and nothing what? I feel like even when you do, I feel like the headaches are a combination of things. I think the headaches are a combination of not enough water. So when you're doing any kind of energy work, like processing, drinking lots of water is so important. And then the other piece is with moldavite, it's a very powerful crystal. And the intention of it, I do not think, is to blow our minds wide open, right? But if you're not feeling good, no guys, and I drink water all day. Yeah. Okay, good. If you're not feeling good with this, material around you, like, don't mess with it. Put it away, tuck it away for maybe another day. The thing with, anything that you're introducing into your space, into your energy, into your life, is to really have an understanding of it first. Like, one of the things that I noticed along my journey is the more I healed, the less I used certain things that I had before to cope. So like I, stopped eating processed foods. Eventually I stopped eating meat, like outside of like eggs and salmon, that sort of thing. As we heal and as we move forward, we're drawn to more higher vibrational things, products, foods, things in our space, the things we put in and on our bodies. Like, did the spirits have anything to say to me? Yeah, don't mess with moldavite. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, sorry, I was confused by your whole stream of questions there. Okay, message for you. I feel as though there's a desire to how do I put this? I feel like there's a desire to connect with yourself, your intuition more. And I feel like there's some doubt that comes in though, and I feel like some of the mind is coming in and kind of slowing things down for you. I feel like you are very connected. I feel like you are able to connect pretty easily, but I feel like sometimes the mind comes in and kind of slows your roll, so to speak. But I feel like it's also because you're very kind of fast paced. And so I think Spirit is kind of wanting to say, like, slow down, breathe, take your time, let things come to you. You don't always have to be chasing things down or hustling or like trying to force things to happen. Like, allow and receive and let yourself be at more ease and more peace, if that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like it's just more of a focus on, like, just kind of like, I'm hearing kind of like, slow your roll, like, let it come. Like, it doesn't have to go so fast, right? Like, you don't have to go so fast. Life doesn't have to go so fast. In fact, the more you slow down, the easier time you're going to have connecting and knowing your own, like, knowing which way to go. Because I feel like you live pretty much based on, like, I feel like you follow your heart a lot. I think that's how it's kind of translating, is like you follow your heart a lot. So keep trusting that, keep following it, and know that, like, yeah, you don't have to go so fast. Okay? So you know that you're in the right place at the right time. And with the Moldavite, just ease up on it. I hope that helped. Okay, thank you. Okay. Whew, so many questions. Okay. I'm not sure who this is. Who is, let me see. Does it say your name? It says no bio. Okay. User 1343059041865. Let me know if you're here and if you've got a name. That would be helpful. And then I'll come back to you. Okay. All right. Okay. Streetwalker on track. You guys, your like usernames are just amazing. Where did I put my water? Oh, it's holding up my thing. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Are the spirits around me? If so, who are they? That is a very personal question. Meaning I'm not going to answer that. Because I think it's important for you to, yes, there are spirits around you. And I think it's important for you to connect with your own team. Because I could tell you who your team is, but that's not going to really like help you to believe it. So I would recommend sitting in meditation or doing a guided meditation to connect to spirit or to connect to your guides and ask them. Like, ask them one at a time to come forward. Tell them, ask them, like, what do you look like? What is your name? What, kind of being are you? Like, ask questions and then allow the answer to come. Because you're gonna, and here's the other part about that. Don't judge it. Like, if you ask the question, sit and allow the answer to come to you. Like, receive it and see what comes, but don't try to judge it or make it different or wrong or that wasn't the right answer. A lot of times, whatever came easiest to you is the answer. So that's another way you can sit down and write and journal, like, who your guides are, right? And maybe it's like once a week, you just sit in meditation and ask to know your next guide and then your next one, or just keep practicing with that one guide. Like, start developing that relationship. It's just like any relationship. You have to court each other. You have to take time to just connect and build that relationship. So, I really believe, this is one way I feel like I'm a lot different. Oh, good. Yeah, try it out. This is one way I feel like I'm a lot different, is that I really believe in empowering you to know your own answers. Like, yes, I do these live guidances. Yes, I support people on these interactions. But at the end of the day, like, I want you to trust you so you don't need me. Because one of the things I see that happens a lot is people will go from psychic to psychic to psychic. And what they're doing is they're looking for validation for an answer that they already know. And I get sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes I need that. But at the end of the day, I think it's more important that you learn to trust you and that you connect to you and that you trust the answers you are getting. So that's why I'm not giving you that answer. So it's for your own good. But I'm sending you love. Okay. Let's see here. Ooh. Oh my gosh, so much scrolling. Honey, since I did mediumship for you, I'm going to skip your question tonight because I think that was your guidance. Okay. For pretty girl, that pretty girl. Alex Vegan Kitchen says wandering. I'm not really sure what that means or what you're wondering. So I'm going to move on to the next one. If you want to rephrase that, then let me know. Okay. Advice on how my healing gifts manifest. So, advice on how my sometimes I don't understand how the question's stated. Advice on how my healing gifts manifest. Like, so kind of, yeah, you are so welcome. Yeah, if I've already answered your question, or if, you got mediumship tonight, I'm going to go on so that other people can try and get theirs answered. I wish I could answer all of you. Okay, advice on how my healing gifts manifest. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but I'm going to go with this. So, I talked about this a little bit last night. So I feel like we go through a lot of stuff, right? We go through a lot of challenges, and we go through a lot of stuff in life. Some more than others, but it's not a comparison game, so don't be comparing. Pain is pain, regardless if, your parents didn't pick you up from school or you experienced abuse or trauma. Pain is pain either way. And I feel like we go through this pain, or we go through the life's challenges to get to the other side of that. So we heal it, we get to the other side of it, and then we go out and we teach others what we learned. And that can be expressed in many different ways, right? So it doesn't mean you have to be a coach, doesn't mean you have to be psychic, doesn't mean you have to be a therapist or whatever, right? It's about how do you express your unique gifts, which is uniquely you, into the world. And so I think the first question to ask yourself is, what have you been through? What have you overcome? What were you told you were too much of as a child? Or that you weren't enough of, right? So for example, I was told I was too sensitive. Well, guess what? That's my superpower. So a lot of times the things we were told we were too much of, or that we were maybe too sensitive, too loud, too whatever, blah, 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 is probably one of your deepest, most amazing gifts. And so then there's that's one part of it, right? So like, what were you told as a child you were too much of? Or what do you remember as a child doing or loving to do? Right? Were you really drawn to animals? Were you really drawn to rocks? Were you really drawn to nature? I don't know. Like, what's your thing? Right? And then secondly, like, what do you see happening in the world that you want to see change? And there's so much, right? So much. But what really sets your soul on fire? What really makes you compassionately angry? Not just angry, because we can be angry about stuff, but that doesn't really add to the solution. So what makes you compassionately angry, where you're like, oh, I just want to see that different, or I want it to be better, right? That is what you focus on. So you take the thing that you were, that's uniquely you. You take the thing that you are wanting to see different in the world. For me, it's like so many people don't believe in themselves. So many people don't trust themselves. So many people are operating from fear. So many people don't accept and express themselves fully. That's what I help people with. And I happen to use my intuitive gifts to share that and spread that in the world. So, what are the things that are uniquely you? What do you want to see change in the world? You put that together, and there you go. That's like your mission in this world. So when you ask the question, how do my healing gifts manifest? It's what's unique to you. Now, when you're talking about your spiritual gifts, like how you receive information, that's different. And that depends on how you actually receive information. And so, if you're saying to yourself when you're watching these videos or you're commenting and you're like, seems easy but still hard. Yeah, it can feel that way. But what if it could be easy? That's another really great question to ask yourself all the time. What if it could be easy? Do you know that I have spent the last 14 years as a photographer? And then 5 years ago, I became a certified fearless living life coach. So I spent an entire year studying fear and diving into my own fear and doing that deep inner work and learning how fear shows up in me. And now I help others do the same, right? And then I spent 4 years making it ridiculously hard. And then a few weeks ago, I put up one card on TikTok saying, guess what animal it is? And guess what? Now 50,000 of you are here. Ooh, which, by the way, I'm very close to hitting 50,000. I don't care about followers. I care about impact. So let's just put that out there. And then secondly, I'm doing a free giveaway for a reading when I hit 50K. So watch for that, okay? And, oh yeah, the lion card. Yep. So I did that one card. I let it be easy. I stopped making it hard. I let it be easy. That's the reason. Thank you for that, because that helped me remember why I was saying that. I let it be easy. Instead of trying to figure out oh, what do people want to know? What do they want to hear? I could talk about so many things, right? And I was just trying to get to, at that point, I was a few weeks ago, I was at 450 people, which love all of them. Thank you for being there, But I was I just want to go live. I just want to be able to do this. And then just like that, it all changed because I let it be easy. I didn't overthink it. I just let it come. I was oh, what would be really fun to do? What would be fun to do? What would be easy to do? So yeah, say that to yourself every single day. How can I let it be easy? Synergy Sage, I hope that answers that. So, oh yeah, when it comes to your actual spiritual gifts. So if you're finding yourself on these videos saying oh, I heard this word, or I heard lion. Oh, okay, that means you're clairaudient. If you're oh, I saw a lion in my mind, that means you're clairvoyant. If I just knew that was the answer, that means your claircognizance was kicking in. There's all these different clairs. The ways that we receive information. It's a just simple way to say it. We either feel it, smell it, hear it, know it, or I think I've skipped one there, but there's a many, right? There's 6 main ones. And I don't remember which ones I all said right now. So we're going to move on. But just know that, yeah, you saw and heard. So that tells me you're visual, clairaudient, or clairvoyant, and then clairaudient. You heard, right? If you hear and you see, those are the two gifts, the 2 ways that you probably receive best. So you can start honing in on how you specifically receive information. So just notice when you're checking out some of these videos. Okay, let me see here. Oh my gosh, you guys. You know what? If I didn't get to your question tonight, be sure to join again, 6 p.m. Pacific Central Time, or pop your question in the Q&A on my feed, and I'll answer with a video as soon as I can. Let's see. Okay, Astro Aura. Hello, what message do my spirit guides have? Can you let me know if you're still here? Is Astro Aura still here? You're here. Yay! Hi! Okay. Messages your guides have for you. I feel like you are really, I feel like you are really visual and really creative, and I feel like you have feel like you have a wild imagination, and it's really like colorful and beautiful and fun. And if you're not already doing this, I suggest you start sharing it with the world, because I feel like people need to see what you're creating. And I get the sense there may be some fear around that, around letting yourself be seen and letting your your art be seen or your work be seen. But know that that one, it's okay. And remember, this goes for anybody. Thank you. Oh, you love to paint. Yay. Yeah, so let people see it. Oh, thank you, honey. Let people see it. Let people enjoy it. Like, your art is meant to be out in the world. It's meant to be shared. It's meant to be seen. It's meant to be expressed. I don't know. It's making me, like, just the idea of your art and your painting and your color, like the color and the way you kind of see the world is really unique. And so I feel like, I don't know, it's just, I feel like really like joyful and giddy and like it definitely, like, I felt a shift in my energy, like connecting to your art. So know that that is going to do that for the people that it resonates with. And it's not about you resonating with everyone. Remember, we're all here to repel or attract, especially when it comes to your business. You're here to repel or attract. And repelling isn't a bad thing. It just means that, oh, that's not for me, right? There are people or, that will resonate with your work. There are people that will love your work. And so it's important for you to share it so people can find it. So put it out there. Let your colorful, joyful painting self fly high. That's what's coming in most. Alex Vegan Kitchen. I didn't forget about you. I just didn't understand your question. So can you rephrase it for me? Let's see, where did it go? Where did Alex Vegan Kitchen go? Oh, okay. Wait, where is it? No, I wouldn't forget about you. I just, when I'm channeling especially, it's hard for me to kind of keep track of what's going on in the comments. Like, there's a lot of comments. Okay, rephrase question. Thank you. So, Alex Vegan Kitchen. Work advice. Quit. No. Sorry. Okay. Been seeing angel numbers. Really enjoy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. I'm curious what numbers you're seeing. Let me know. Is it like 222, 444? What's she seeing? Is it 1111? Okay, work. I was kind of kidding when I said quit, but I kind of feel like that's part of it. I feel like, I'm not saying quit your job. That would be bad, and irresponsible advice. But what I am saying is I feel like there's something calling you to more. I feel like, yeah, I feel like you're, I feel like what you're doing right now isn't exactly suited for what you are most passionate about and what you are most, well, I say this all the time, but like what sets your soul on fire? I feel like it's not really geared towards that. And so I think you question a lot whether or not you should be in there and whether or not, it's the right thing for you. And so I would say, like, start small, start checking into, start checking into how you can take steps. They just have to be baby steps. They don't have to be huge steps. Some people tiptoe into a pool and some people like cannonball. I'm a cannonballer. But it's okay if you're a tiptoer. I feel like security is really important to you. Like the feeling of like, oh, okay, I know I've got my ducks in a row. I know that I am financially secure to make this move. Like, I feel like you take very calculated risks, if that makes sense. And so I would say just start taking little steps towards what really excites you, what really lights you up. Like carve out time for you and for what excites you. And then eventually you'll know when it's time to make that move. But don't let fear stop you. You don't have to cannonball in, but just take a little step at a time. And you're going to get to where you want to go. A lot of people, really overestimate what they can do in a month, but they underestimate what they can do in a year. So know that if every day you're taking one step towards what you want to be doing, you're, by the end of the year, you've taken 365 steps. So just keep, don't abandon what you love most for right now. And don't abandon yourself and your sense of security, if you need that, for something that you're not ready to dive into, if that makes sense. So, I'll go a little bit longer, like 15 minutes, because I love you all, and I know there's so many questions. I had no idea how difficult this would be. It's amazing and wonderful, but I'm like, how am I ever going to get any of, all of these questions answered? I have to do the best I can, and that's got to be it. Because there's so many. Okay. I didn't see user 134305904185865 comments, so I'm just going to keep moving on here. And honey, I already answered you. Okay. Oops. Why isn't it? Okay. Is it Becca? Is that how you say it? Becca? Oh, you're so welcome, Alex. I didn't forget you. I just needed it rephrased. Sometimes I don't understand the question, so I might ask you to rephrase it. Okay, so Becca, is Becca still here? Becca. I'm not sure if Becca's still here. Well, I'll say this. Can you see if Grandma Joyce has anything for me? Yeah, so again, when it comes to mediumship, I can't necessarily call someone in. As you saw earlier, if you're still here and watching, I was trying to connect for someone else and somebody else decided to come through. So, they're all in line. And sometimes there are people ahead of them. And so, I don't think I've even seen your name pop up. So I'm going to move on, but just know that, here's the thing. I know how desperately, when you've lost someone, you want to connect to them. And I see it all the time. And my heart so goes out to you. And I so want to be that person for you. But there's a lot of factors that come into play. One of which is is it the right time? Divine timing is everything. And when you're meant to get your message, whether it's through me or someone else, you know that you will receive the message. So trust in that. And in the meantime, don't be afraid to connect to the people you love. They're not gone. They may not be here in physical form, but they're not gone. So have a conversation with them. Pay attention to the signs and the things that are showing up. And you're like, wow, that's weird. I've seen a hummingbird 3 times already this week. And it's winter, pay attention and kind of tune into they're always trying to connect with you through music, through song, through written words, through numbers, through symbols, through birds, through animals, like sit and have a conversation with them and trust that you'll get the messages you're meant to get when it's time for you to get them. And I know that's really hard to do, especially when you're hurting. But sometimes part of the reason they're not coming right away is because you need time to be able to process. You need time to be able to accept what happened. And I know that hurts, but it's so important. Yeah, it happens with numbers and songs. Yeah. So just know and trust that you will get the message when you're meant to. Today was Pretty Girl. Like, she got her message today. Her grandma came through, shoes and all. So know and trust that when it's your time and when it's with the person who's meant to share and deliver the message, it will. It's like so heartbreaking for me to see so many of you hurting and not being able to do it for you, but that's just not how it works. Like, I can't always just choose who comes through. Yeah, you've been trying so much with her. Well, today she decided that today was the day for you. 100% agree. My grandparents both love cardinals. Yes. Yes. They're always around. Always, always. That sounded like a Maxi Pad commercial or something. Sorry. Oh, that's another thing. Spirit's real humorous, so don't be surprised if you're connecting with Spirit and you say some things that you're like, what? They actually have a really great sense of humor. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on deja vu? Do you have any thoughts on deja vu? No, just kidding. Yeah, I feel like we kind of jump timelines. And I think sometimes let me break it down real quick. So psychic work, you're perceiving information, like you're going out and you're looking for it, right? Either past or present. Mediumship, you're receiving information, if that makes sense. So I think sometimes what deja vu is, like, you've kind of gone out, maybe unconsciously, and like saw something in the future, and then all of a sudden you're experiencing it and you're like, wait, I feel like I've been here before. I think that's kind of what happens when you experience deja vu. It's like you've already kind of seen that happen in your mind, and then now you're experiencing it. And so I think that's kind of what deja vu is. At least that's my take on it. I'm not a doctor or a scientist or anything, but that's kind of what I sense about it. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many questions. Thank you for all your questions. I wish I could answer every single one of them tonight, but I don't think I'm gonna get to all of them. Is Shayla Stanley here? Shayla, are you here? Say hello if you are. I feel like I need what's the Jeopardy, like, ding, 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 ding. Like that thing. I'm not sure if she's still here. I'm going to go on to the next question. If you are, say hello again and let me know you're here, and then I will come back to you. Okay. Is Nicole here? Nicole, are you here? Well, this is a question that I think may benefit everyone. So, how do I know when my spirit guides are around? You can feel them. No, it's really, okay, here's the thing. As humans, we have free will. So, we get to, yeah, exactly. We get choice. We get free will. We get to decide what we want to do. And so if you're wanting to connect to your guides, ask. Simple as that. Ask, connect to them. Take time to connect to them. Give yourself some space to connect to them. Thank you so much for the gift. Take time to connect with them. Take time to have a conversation with them, to ask, to write to them. You can journal, you can write, you can meditate, you can do pendulum work. Like, there's so many different ways you can connect. With pendulum work, it's a little, oh, thank you. With pendulum work, it's a little trickier because pendulum work is more kind of a absolute, like, yes or no kind of questioning. When it comes to like connecting with your guides, meditation, guided meditations, journaling could be, I think, a lot easier way of getting more answers. So, yeah, it really just, they're always with you, but they need your permission to connect with you. So, make sure that you are sitting down with them, having a convo. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to do a couple more and then I'm going to have to go. Can I show you how to do that? It's so cool. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, let me see. When you dream about death, and I'm not really sure what that question is. Could you show us how to do that? There's a question here. It says, can you show us how to do that? But I'm not sure what that is. To sing? I can show you that. No, just kidding. Let me see. Okay. Why do spirits stay here and others don't? I'm not really sure. I know a lot. I don't know everything. But I think energy is energy, and so I think either way, like, we're always able to connect. It's just a matter of timing, when they want to come through, when you're willing, and wanting to connect. And so I think it's also, I know there's a lot of, in the movies that say like, oh, like, some have crossed over or some have not or whatever, but I don't really know. I don't know. I just know that I connect with ones that come through, and I don't know. That's when I don't really know why some stay and others don't. Anytime I've connected, I've been able to connect. So I don't really know. I'd have to research that. Although I don't know if anybody really knows exactly how it works. So hello, welcome. To be real real honest with you on that one, I don't know. Oh, here's one that I can answer quickly. So, how does one know if they're gifted with clairvoyance? You see with your third eye. Like, you see symbols or shapes or videos sometimes. At least that's how I experience it. So, when you're playing some of these games, or you're like looking at some of these, when you're receiving some of the information, notice, are you saying like, oh, I saw a lion in my mind or whatever. Like, if you're saying you saw something, that's clairvoyancy. If you're like, I heard something, that's clairaudience. And so the way that you're speaking on how you're receiving the information is a good sign of how you specifically receive info. So notice how the information is coming to you. I'm going to take a couple from the top, so that way and kind of from the middle, so hopefully I grab a few. Okay, I see a lot of synchronicities. What do they mean? So there's a lot. Oh, you're welcome. So there's a lot of, yeah, exactly. Synchronicities 444, 333, 555, 1111, 222. I think they're just kind of symbols or signs of confirmation from spirit saying like, hey, we've got you. You're going the right way. You know, sometimes it's a sign of your spiritual awakening. There's many different meanings, and I think you can, one, you can sit with those meanings. I think two, you can Google what 444 means. And then also, one reference I use a lot in particular is Doreen Virtue has a book called Angel Numbers. And in that, she channeled numbers 0 through 999. Again, that's her interpretation of it. But so if you want to know, like for yourself, sit with that number for yourself and ask spirit, like, what does it mean to you? But those are some of the references I use to connect with what those numbers mean. 555, let me look real quick, Jalen. I just have it on my phone, so anytime I see, a number, a lot of times it comes up in different ways. Sometimes it's like, oh, I just happened to look over and there's a bumper, and I saw the number and it was like 222 or something like that. I think it's just different. Oh, look at that. Look at the first thing that was on here. The first page it was on, 555. Synchronicity. Okay. Huge changes are rumbling throughout your entire life. To keep these changes on the highest possible course, be sure to keep your thoughts positive and stay centered in prayers and affirmations. So, there's that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so there's always synchronicities happening. I just open up I didn't even have that book open on my app or on my phone, but I opened it up and that was the first number. So there you go. Whoop, there it is. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to do one more here. If I didn't get to you tonight, come on back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central. The faster you get here, the faster I can get, and you pop your question in, the sooner I can get to it. So if I didn't get to you tonight, know that it's not that I don't love you and see you and appreciate you. It's just there's a lot of you with a lot of questions. And so I'm doing my best to try and get as many as I can done. And when mediumship happens, it takes longer. But hopefully you understand. And thank you for your patience and your willingness to hold space for the person who's receiving, because it's a really special thing to receive a message from a loved one, as I'm sure you know if you're one of them who wants to receive a message. So thank you for just for your patience. I never anticipated having so many questions come in. Oh, okay, I already answered that one. Let me see. Is Brittany Nicole still here? I think I kind of answered that earlier. She's asking, how can I find my path in life? Again, it's kind of what I mentioned earlier when I forget who it was. Was it Al? No, not Alex. Somebody else had asked. And basically, take a look at what you said you were too much of, or what you loved growing up doing as a child. A lot of times your unique gifts are wrapped up in that. And then what makes you compassionately angry and you want to see different in the world? And then find a way to express that or create something that can solve that problem, and also do it in a way that inspires you and lights you up. That's one of the best ways to figure out, what's next for you or what you're here to do. Some people will, I feel like we all have the capability and the potential to be of inspiration, be of leadership, be of service. Like, we were built to serve as humans. We were built to serve. We were built to help one another. And we go through everything we go through in this life to really to kind of navigate it, to heal whatever we experienced along the way, and then to come to the other side of it and then be of service and help other people do the same. That's how the world gets better. It's a pay it forward sort of model, right? It's like everything I've been through in my life, I'm now able to, I worked through that pain. I worked through that trauma. I worked through the fear and the doubt and all the things so I could get to the other side of that. So I could be here and I can hold space and I can support people with love and compassion and kindness. And I'm not perfect. Like, I'm still human. And sometimes, I get triggered too. But I really know that this is the work I'm meant to do. And it's because I was willing to take that journey to heal the past and to grow from it and to learn from it, and now to support others in their healing journey. So know that if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling uncertain, if you're feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing here or where I'm meant to go, know that the feeling of feeling lost, although it can suck sometimes to feel that, it doesn't mean you're actually lost. It just means that it's a sign to come back home to yourself. It's a sign to recalibrate and decide, what do I want to do now? What do I want to do next? What's next for me? What's my next best step? And part of the reason I love supporting people in developing their intuition and really learning to trust themselves is so they can listen to that inner voice. They can listen to where their soul, where their heart, where their pull is calling them. And then they could trust it and know that they can trust themselves so that they can go out and do what you're meant to do in the world. Because we each have specific things we're here to help bring to life, to birth into the world. And so know that you are here on purpose at this very time, at this very place. You are here to help bring forward a new world in whatever way is exciting to you. That could be through plants, that could be through animals, that can be through community, that can be done in so many different ways, through painting. But it's up to you to express that in the way that you are uniquely meant to express it. So I'm going to leave you with that. Yes, we have lived many lifetimes. Unless you're a younger soul. Sometimes some people, haven't been around as much. And that's okay. Everywhere we are, wherever we are, is absolutely okay. And know that it's leading you to your next best thing. It's leading you to your next step. So start to tune in and listen to, where are those whispers guiding you towards? Where are they asking you to go? And start listening to them and taking little steps towards that. And the more you do that, the more risks you take. Not, ridiculous. Well, sometimes it can feel ridiculous. I'm just thinking about some of the steps I've taken. That's for another day. But sometimes you're being called to go forward and to do something that you're like, no way, I couldn't do that. But if you really truly feel like you're being called towards it in your heart, when you say yes to yourself and you say yes to the journey and you say yes to taking that risk, things will unfold in a way that you would never have imagined. When I look at my life now, where it is, like, oh my God, even 4 years ago, like what has transpired in the last 4 years, it's like, I never would have guessed. Ever, ever, ever. Like, and if you would have asked me if you would have asked my 5-year-old self, what? No way. But when you listen to the call and you take those risks that are coming from your intuition, not from